Hello YouTube and welcome to the first episode in this new series of Let's Build an Egyptian City. So, we've already done mostly, I don't think I actually ever finished it. Classic me. Um, we did most of the temple. It was really fun. Lots of bioming and issues like that. And I always did want to build the temple so we could get a scale of where everything else would be, and then we could build it. So, and by build it, I mean build a city. Now, those of you that don't know, you should know, Lord Dacker has been working on this amazingly huge map, and we are on this tiny little site. I'll just zoom out. It's a bit laggy because I've got the Reforged mod open in the background as well, because we're going to be jumping into Minecraft in a minute, but Lord Dacker has made this huge map with loads of different styles and features all over it, but we're focusing in just on this tiny little spot down here. So we're in GIMP at the moment, just to sort of edit out a few of the areas. So we've got this yellow, by the way, is actually green in game. It's like sort of Nile River. But I decided we'll do a little bit of planning in here, get a few of the areas marked out, and I think we'll probably use a nice blue because no, blue's not going to stand out because we've got blue for the river there. Let's try red. Red will stand out, so we'll go for red. So I'll do a bit of planning and then we can jump in game. This episode we're not actually going to be building much, it's just sort of be talking through the ideas and getting prepared for the series to begin. So this is like episode 0, I suppose. But what we have here, we've got this little outcrop in there, and there's probably going to be... That's not very good, is it? Come on. Lagging so much because of the Reforged map being open. There's going to have like a little lighthouse here, and this whole area like there is going to be docks. So that's all red because that's sort of all together. And then that big temple that I was on about, let's go for a nice green. We're going to have the big temple up on here, and the temples are quite square and rectangular, so that's going to go there. I think that's a nice spot for it. We can maybe have some fancy little gardens up on this cliff, and you're going to go see all this in game in just a minute, so no need to panic. And already that means we can get a nice bridge across here, so we can have like a bridge like that somewhere, something like that. The main part of the city, I suppose, would then go like there-ish in that region. Now that's huge, and that's just like a rough marked out area, but this is going to be a big area like this. We're going to have like farmland here, and that might, extend along the river there, and you could probably have, a few little bits and pieces on this side of the river as well, which means you might get another smaller bridge in over there. And see, I'm just thinking about this right now and just going, yep, we can have this, we can have this, we can have this, and it's kind of working out all right. Orange. Let's try and get a decent orange colour. Why do these oranges look so weird? Is it just me, or is that... It looks a bit... Anyway. So we've got all that in, and then we're going to have a palace. Now, I've been doing a bit of research into this, and the palaces were basically huge complexes, but they were basically just square, rectangular shapes, but they had so many different buildings and so many different things and areas to them. So I'm thinking what's best for this. Do I want it up near the hills, or do I want it sort of by the river? And if it's by the river, it's by all the farmland and stuff. So I think we want it more over in this direction. So I think we'll go here-ish, and it's going to be that sort of shape in that, taking up that sort of space. And then because we are doing Egyptian, of course, we're going to need some pyramids, or a pyramid. So we're going to have a pyramid, and I am actually going to try and build it at an angle to make it a little bit more interesting. But we're going to have our pyramid here like that. And I think that's about all we need for a plan. We've got our farmland area, we've got our main city area, which is just going to be chaotic pretty much. We're going to have our walled palace area. We're going to have a pyramid over here, we've got the temple there, we've got the docks here. I don't think I'm missing much more as like a basic setting up, like here we go, let's get going kind of a plan. So yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. Let's jump into game. We can have a look at some of these areas sort of in game, and then I'm going to go into a single player world. Well, this is a single player world, but I'm going to go into a different world, and I will show you what are the buildings that I've been working with and all the different blocks we have. Okay, so here we are now in game on the ROM map. So at the top right we have a little mini map, which is actually quite helpful. And this is the area where I said I was going to build the big temple. So it's quite a large flattish area, which is really good. Up on a cliff, so we've got that nice higher ground, which makes it really stand out a lot more. But I think I might change the orientation of it so that the front is over here, because by the looks of it, we've got like a sort of natural flatter area, and then you got the cliffy bit there, so could possibly do that. I think that might look okay. And down here is that river. This is where all that yellow stuff was. It's actually grass. So like I said, this is all nice low flat lying area, so we can turn this quite easily into farmland and stuff like that. Get some couple of bridges going across there, and we're going to follow the coast back down. Follow the river, I suppose, back down to the coast. This is now going into all of the area where the docks are going to be, and it gives you an idea of the scale that we're going to be building at. Sort of halfway point now, and it's just out of view. The render distance is only on normal because I do get super laggy with the Reforged mod these days. There's that much in. It's almost getting to a point where I can barely play, and that's kind of concerning. So I might have to upgrade my PC. Well, I actually definitely do. This is where I said the lighthouse was going to be. So it's not too big of an area. It's decent size. We can get plenty of space to get what we want on there, I suppose. I really like this little bit. I don't know what we're going to do with it, if anything. I just really like this little rocky bit. And then we'll head out into the desert this way. And this is where I'm a little bit upset with Lord Daka. I mean, his sand dunes leave much to be desired, I suppose, but we can always fix them. It's not going to be much of an issue. And when it comes to, most of this area is going to be the city. Now, where I'm stood at the moment, in fact, I can even just press J and we can get this whole area up. This is sort of the temple area, and the pyramid was sort of going to be here in this unexplored place. But what I also want to get is, you can see I've just been going off exploring, so there's bits of the map that are discovered and bits that aren't. But yeah, we are going to make our own big sand dunes, because I do like it when you see in like the films and the games when you've got like, this is going to be a really bad example now, but you get like these big sand mountains almost sticking up like that kind of thing. So like on one side it's like quite shallow, on the other side it'll be dead steep. So on one side it's probably going to be more along the lines of like this, like a lot shallower and smoother and stuff. And then at this side it's a lot steeper drop. Do you guys get that? It's going to be like 10 times bigger than this. It is going to be about, I would probably say that high. Maybe at the peak of one of the dunes. Is the game crashing? Please, there we go, okay. We're still in the game, that's fine. So it's probably going to be sort of that height, these sand dunes, big dipping, sweeping sand dunes. That's what I want to go for, as opposed to these little things that we've got going on here. You kind of almost see the shape, it's just the brushes aren't quite strong enough that he's used, and yeah, so we'll have to try and make them in-game, but I think that could be an interesting episode. Okay guys, so that's sort of showing you in-game. This journey map thing is incredible, I love it. Especially when you get a sense of the size there and everything, and it uses all of the Reforged mods blocks, which is really cool. So a lot of things don't do that, didn't with Conquest, but we're going to jump into my other single player world now and check out the colour palette and stuff like that we will be using. So let's quit out of there. Single player and Egypt stuff. See, I've got Wild West. I am planning on bringing that series back, but I do need help. But that's for another video. So Let's just ignore that for now. Here we are. Now people that have followed me on Twitter already saw this a couple of days ago, and it's just a little sneak peek, just a simple little house, but I really like it. We've got the arrow slit here. This is tan stucco and tan stucco arrow slit. Just thought that worked really nice together. I like this white, just give it an accent, and I really want to get loads of colour used in here. So because you like the same with the ancient Greek style civilizations. When people do Egyptian stuff, it's basically just sandstone, and when people do the Egypt stuff, it's basically just quartz. But there was so much colour in those civilizations, so I want to try and get that in. You can see this house. It's nice size inside. You got a nice amount of space here, and I like this two-tier roof thing. I'm not too sure what you could do with it. I mean, you could get like I don't know, you could have like a canopy up here, or canopy down here maybe, and then you got like pots and plants and stuff. So lots of nice things going on there. Let me know as well if the audio is too high, like in game, because I am trying to mess around with it on the Conquest mod. There are so many sounds that it does just get very loud. Like I said, this is sort of the colour palette that we have to go with. There are so many blocks that we can use. This one I really like the pattern designs on it. We've got these type of blocks. Really the white ones really stand out, and like stuff like this again. Something that's got lots of colour in it's going to pop out. These ones here, Sindarium walls from the Artcraft mod, definitely going to be used a lot. I really like them. And stuff like this again. I mean, this is a vertical wall as opposed to a block, but there is a block version of this, and there you go. It's a really nice block and texture that I think we're going to be using. Lots of this is the black wall. I'm guessing this is an Artcraft block again, stuff like that. We've also got this, almost looks like hieroglyphics, but these are going to be really useful for statues, which yeah, well, I suppose the less said about that the better. But if I just yeah, I forgot about this. This is a really awesome thing. But yeah, statues. Yeah. I was going to mention in this video, a while ago, I was sort of known for doing the trees on the Darkcraft server, and I used to be terrible at trees, and it was only because I hated the default Minecraft trees. I just started pushing myself to make the trees, and I'm hoping that this series will be the same with statues, because we're going to have to build lots and lots and lots of statues for this Egyptian series. You saw me struggle my way through one on my Egyptian temple let's build. I still think it looks pretty terrible, but I think that's because I tried too big or too small, or the proportions just weren't right. Like the legs were too skinny, the top half was too fat. It didn't really fit in the space properly, so I think we'll probably have to build really, really big and then sort of scale down and see where we can shave stuff off like that. And hopefully by the end of this series, or once we get going in this series at least, I'll be pretty good at making statues, because that is the aim. I need to learn and push forward and stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, there's not much going on here, but this is just sort of like an episode 0, just giving you guys an idea of what's going to be coming in the next couple of days. And I think I'm going to try aim for 1 episode of this a week. I'm going to be doing the survival series. That's going to be like 1 or 2 episodes a week, depending on how much I can play of that. And if we get the Wild West series going sometime soon as well, I'll try and get that to 1 a week. So there will be at least 3 videos a week, but that probably won't start happening until August, because I'm going on holiday in July, so there won't be anything going on then. But anyway, that's all stuff for another video. This is just giving you guys a taster of what's to come, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. So if you did, comment down below, let me know. If you've got any ideas for what I can put on the map, again, let me know. And follow me on Twitter for more updates like this, because that's where I'm going to be doing, like, asking you guys questions and stuff like that. I can get feedback on almost straight away, rather than record the video, edit the video, upload it 2 or 3 days later, and then I have to wait 2 days to get all the feedback, and then I can go and edit again, because that's like a week then. I'm missing out. So Twitter, I'm going to be trying to get a lot of feedback from you guys a lot more regularly. And that is it for this episode, so thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.